I feel like I've made too many of these type of videos this year. 2024 for me and my family has been extremely tough. I lost my uncle earlier this year. I lost my grandmother maybe 7 days after my birthday this year. And today we lost Blondie. Now, for those who don't know, Blondie hadn't really been doing well. I want to say her condition started to really decline more after my grandmother had passed. Um, right around that time, when my grandmother had passed, her condition started to get more serious. She wasn't eating solid foods anymore. She would only eat wet dog food, and even then, she was barely eating that. It would get to 2 times a day to 1 time a day, or sometimes she would go a couple days without eating. We even took her to the vets to see what's going on, and they were possibly saying it could be cancer. She had the symptoms of it, being cancer, and they wouldn't really 100% know unless we did some testing, and that was going to cost a lot of money and potentially put extra stress on Blondie. And if it was to be 100% cancer, the chemotherapy or the radiation therapy probably would have been even more taxing on Blondie. Mind you guys, Blondie was 16 years old, and we even went to another veterinarian that we've been going to for years, and they did ran some blood work as well, and it found out that she's possibly anemic, and that could have been also the issues stemming from cancer as well. But it was just one of those things where we kind of knew the writing was on the wall, and all we was trying to do is keep her as comfortable as possible. And my mom decided today that it was best to, put her down. She was having trouble just walking. She didn't want to really walk. You would have to pick her up to walk. You could see her ribs. You can see her spine, and you can tell she was trying. She pretty much lost her sight, pretty much lost her hearing for the most part, but you could tell she was still fighting. And for those who've seen her on the streams in the background, seen her in videos, y'all know Blondie. She's the OG, man. Um, she used to even have a very bad cough. Um, that sometimes people would hear in the videos, and I'll be like, Blondie, what are you doing in here? Like, calm down. Like, she would get a cough, and when she get excited and stuff, and it's just one of those things where I'm really very appreciative to have had an amazing dog for so long. And it's just one of those things where I'm just very thankful. I'm very thankful to been able to have a dog this long in my life and my family's lives, and everyone ended up loving Blondie. At one point, when we got Blondie from my uncle that recently passed this year, um, my mom wasn't big on pets because my grandma wasn't big on pets, especially in the house. And we initially was gonna give Blondie to a shelter, but after a couple weeks, my mom got used to the idea, and she was staying with us. When we ended up moving in with my grandmother initially wasn't into dogs. Dogs couldn't come into the house, like I said. Eventually, she got used to Blondie and loved Blondie and was feeding her food all the time when she wasn't supposed to. Same way with my uncle, same way with my aunts, same way with my cousins. They all grew to love Blondie. I don't think I ever met anyone that didn't love Blondie. I'm talking about complete strangers. I would take her to car meets recently because that seemed like the time she would have the most energy. When she was riding, she was my passenger princess in the cars, and we would go to the car meets. She would be excited. Couldn't see, couldn't hear, but just going everywhere. And so many people like, oh my God, your dog's so beautiful. Can I pet her? Like, she got so much love, and she was a people person. So she, anybody that was kind and wanted to pet her, she was gentle and allowed it. Like, everyone loved Blondie. And for me, it's just one of those things where I'm truly going to miss her so much. She was an amazing dog. Barely gave me any trouble other than when I'll be trying to keep her in the cage when I'm not home, and she's so smart. She would move the cage. She'd move the cage by herself, just moving it all around just to get out. And for me, when we finally took her to the vet today, and I saw her one last time, pet her one last time, and when they put the medicine in her, she was gone like that. They put the medicine to make her go to sleep, dropped. Put the medicine to slow her heart. I want to say within a few seconds, she was gone. Just like that. And that was probably one of the hardest things I've had to see in my life. It's right up there with watching, my grandmother leave, like losing my grandmother. It was so hard because at that moment I knew she was at peace, and she had been fighting. There was no holding on. She had literally been fighting just to stick around for so long. And once that medicine was in her, she finally went to sleep. She finally was able to rest. And she's in no more pain. And that's when I knew, no matter how much I love Blondie, she couldn't stay here no more. I didn't want to be selfish and have her staying around suffering. She loved us to death. Probably didn't know what was going on, but she finally went home. And I haven't cried this much, like I said, since my grandmother passed. This fucked me up. This hurt because I've lost so much this year. But I make this video for one reason and one reason only. So that way we can remember Blondie for being an amazing dog. Y'all getting to see her through the camera and just being awesome. I love you, Blondie. I will miss you. But I know you keeping my uncle, and I know you keeping my grandma company. Thank you for being an amazing dog. You're family. And I will always love and cherish you. So, thank y'all to everyone that's sending me condolences and love on Instagram and Twitter. I really do appreciate y'all, man. And I want y'all to know that y'all are a part of my family too, and y'all always show love to Blondie. So I just want to say thank you to that. Our family appreciates that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it off. My mom wanted me to record this video right before she passed away. She wanted me to record this video of us, saying goodbye to Blondie. So I love y'all. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.
Her hearing's probably going too.
Yeah, her hearing's gone.
You recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Blondie.
Yeah, because I noticed how she was walking.
Yeah.
I was telling John she was having a problem with her hind legs.
We just want to tell you how much we love you and how much you've added to our lives for the last 10 years. You won over Granny. Granny didn't even allow dogs in her house.
Really? That you
You
a champion
won
for.
over me because I didn't allow dogs in my house. We took good care of you. You gave us lots of love. And we are so grateful for you. And we are going to miss you so much. And mommy's going to be crying for probably the next 6 months. Every time I think
that
about
doesn't
you.
surprise me now.
Yes, yes. So let's say bye. We're going to say bye to Uncle Henry. Say bye, Uncle Henry. Kissy. Mwah. Say bye, Michael. He's gonna miss you. He took really good care of you when mommy was busy and grieving Granny. Michael took you in and held it down. He took care of you while I was on vacation. And you are just such a wonderful addition to our family, and we are desperately going to miss you. Mommy loves you. Mwah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my baby.